Disclaimer: the following review, the 24th review, up until the 27th review, have all been filmed back-to-back pre-recorded on July 4th, 2024, prior to Mortal Kombat 1 Invasion's Reptile Part 3, all of which were recorded after the following reviews were recorded. These videos, however, were not ready to be edited. Therefore, the Mortal Kombat 1 Invasion series videos were uploaded first due to them being a lot easier to work with. However, the videos have finally been prepped and ready to go. So, without further ado, enjoy the video. Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's Meta Knight and N4 here, back with another video today. And as you can see, the backdrop is up, the base is present, which means once again, it is time for another review. This is review number 25. So, what will we be taking a look at in this review? So as you know, last review I looked at the Legacy, Blaster, and Eject figure. And this time, as promised, we're going to be looking at a very special figure. Specifically, this will be the very first Maximo that I ever take a look at. What am I talking about? Well, you guys are about to find out. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at this. That's right. We're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Evolution Lio Prime, aka Lio Convoy. So this figure is technically the very first figure I ever bought from BigBadToyStore.com, because they were not selling any Lio Primes in stores, and if they did sell one, it was the Nemesis Prime variant or the Black Convoy variant, and they were always missing their head. People were being stupid in the stores and kept on ripping the heads off of all the Primes. Like literally, every time I would go to Walmart and I would see the Nemesis Prime variant of this figure and saw it with its head ripped off, and it wasn't even folded in, it was like purely ripped off. I'm like, are you serious right now? That's how like pissed off I am at Walmart's customer service, and that's why I don't buy toys from them no more, because they are not what they used to be back in the early 2000s. But enough about that. Back to Lio Prime. So this toy I bought from BigBadToyStore.com, and it got here relatively quick. So honestly, I'm probably gonna buy from Big Bad Toy Store again, to be honest with you, considering how quick this figure got here. And in case you're wondering, yes, just like with Blaster, I have had this figure for a while, and I've been waiting for the right time to review it. But like as I kind of explained in their previous review number 24, things didn't quite work out. But I'm today making things work out, because like I said in the previous review, I'm going to repeat it now. I am reviewing these reviews. I'm making these reviews back to back. So I literally just finished recording the Blaster review after I had my lunch break. But let's get on to top. I can't even talk because that's how I'm excited to be doing this again. Let's get back on topic, and let us review Lio Convoy here. And irrelevant fact, but this is technically the very first plastic-free packaging figure that I've ever had. So that's kind of interesting. But anyways, so as usual, we'll take a quick look at the box. So right here we have the new logo for the Transformers Legacy Evolution line. Right here we have an insanely gnarly looking image of Lio Convoy in his beast mode, or Lio Prime in America. You have the same Transformers logo from the previous box we looked at, the Generations logo made by Takara Tomy in association with Hasbro. He is a Voyager Classic, Voyager Classic, Classe Viajero, and a Classic Voyager. Same thing as always, ages A+. Right here we have an insanely awesome artwork of Lio Convoy, or Lio Prime, and then we have a headshot of him. And as you can see, he may not be Optimus Prime, but he looks very similar to Optimus Prime, kind of like Optimus Primal does. They're both descendants of Prime, which makes sense. On this side of the box we have the new promotional art for this line. So right here we have some new figures. We have Grimlock right there, we have Lio Convoy right there, I forget who this is. I swear, I know the name, I just like can't think of him other than that. We have Armada Optimus Prime, which I do want so bad. I want to get an Armada Optimus Prime. We have Tarn, Decepticon Justice Enforcement robot. And then we got some more figures on the top. That kind of looks like Lockdown from the Stunticons, now that I think about it. Kind of looks like. I'm probably wrong, but you guys can correct me in the comment section down below. And I'm not sure who... Actually, I think this is the Junkions, now that I think about it, because it kind of looks like. But anyways, on top of the box we have the same barcode thing, so if you guys want to scan it, go on ahead. And I think that is the tech specs. You just need that red plastic thing if you guys have any of the Earthrise figures. Legacy Evolution. On the bottom of the box, words and things that no one cares about. So on the back of the box you have your obligatory product shots. We have the so-called Evo Fusion, which is not as exciting as they make it out to be. which we'll get to that when we get there. We have Lio Convoy in his beast mode. We have him in his awesome robot mode. We have other gimmicks and stuff. 35 steps. And yeah, he's a Maximal. He's not an Autobot. He's not a Decepticon. He's not a Terracon. He's not a Predacon. He's a Maximal. And yeah. So there you have that. So that's basically it for the box. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bust him out, and let's get him out here and see how cool he actually is. So here we go. And without further ado, here we have Lio Convoy, or Lio Prime, in his beast mode. And I'm gonna say this right now, he looks dope in his beast mode. Okay, I mean, come on, how many times have you ever seen an albino lion look this insane? Up until now, and plus a few pictures of very rare albino lions that are endangered. It's an endangered species. Yeah, I'm gonna say this right now, looks dope. And FYI, there is a masterpiece version of Lio Convoy, or Lio Prime in America, and they're going for the more Beast Wars second look. He has like the animated eyes and all that. They're going here in this case. They're going for a more realistic look, where he looks more like a actual lion rather than an animated. It still looks cool though, but I kind of like this approach more, where he's more realistic. But if they would have gone for the animated look, I would not have been upset, because it's paying tribute to Beast Wars second. So for context, because I keep bringing it up, you guys are probably wondering, what the hell is Beast Wars second? So in the early 90s, there was a show after Transformers Generation 1 ended called Transformers Beast Wars. Japan liked what America did with the Beast Wars, so they created their own sequel, calling it Beast Wars Second, where Lio Prime here, or as they call him in Japan, or technically his original name, Lio Convoy, debuted. Basically, Lio Convoy is also a descendant of Optimus Prime, just like Optimus Primal is also a descendant of the original Optimus Prime, and he is also leader of his own battalion of Maximals. And as a matter of fact, if you look at this picture right here, you could see that both Optimus Primal and Lio Convoy in the show have actually teamed up together alongside the original Optimus Prime to fight off some evil threats, which is pretty sick, without any doubt. And plus the fact that I've known about the existence of Lio Prime here in America for very different reasons, but I still wanted an actual mainline figure of this guy for years. And the fact that they finally made it, I am super happy. Honestly, this has to be one of the best looking beast modes that I've ever seen. And I've looked at a ton of Transformers Beast Wars figures in general, and honestly, Lio Prime here, Lio Convoy, is one of the best ones that I have ever seen. Period. I mean, he's a freaking albino lion. An endangered species, sadly. There should be more out there, and people should take more better care of the wildlife. But also, F you poachers. But anyways, right. Look how sick he is. Let's take a closer look at him. He has golden eyes. I did scratch up his nose a little bit, but that's fine. I can fix it with a Sharpie easily. He has a very insane looking golden mane, which is nice. And of course we have his albino fur, which if you could look, there is actual texture on there. As you can see. There is actual texture on his body, which is pretty cool. Very good. And also, I do like the gold paint that they use for him on his claws. It looks very sick. Very nice shiny gold paint. It's got a yellow tail in the back. And only in a very few spots, with what they had to work with and how they had to get the transformation to work, only in a few areas you can see some robot bits, like under his mane and right here on his pelvis, and then the back of the legs. With what they had to work with, they did a pretty good job of hiding, for the most part, the majority of robot bits on Lio Convoy here. Pretty cool. So yeah, so that's how he looks, and that's how his detail looks in his beast mode. He does have a bit of articulation here in beast mode. For example, his jaw can actually open, and you can see his pearly whites. His beast fangs, I guess. As a matter of fact, you can actually technically shut him up, actually, because his mouth actually clicks into place. Because you can open and close his mouth. If you wanted to do some stop motion, this would actually help with mouth syncing if you think about it. But if you press it up a bit more, you will hear a click, and it will close into place and lock into place until you want to open it back up again. So that's cool. I guess the mane can kind of move, even though it's more for robot mode, and plus you see some more robot bits. Okay, so his front legs, they can move forward that much, not so much. They can move back that much. So Oh, it's decent. It's not bad. And then more so for robot mode, he does have concealed weaponry. But as I said, it's more so for robot mode. Hind legs, they can move back that far. Oh crap, it caught my glove. Ah! He quite literally, my finger got... no, I'm not gonna say it, I'm sorry. That's kind of uncalled for, but quite literally got pinched by... Anyways, you guys saw what happened. His hind legs can move back that far. They can move forward, not so much. His hind leg can move back that far. He can move forward that much. And then the tail, it can move, but it's more so for transformation than anything else. Technically, he can do the splits, technically. Due to I don't know what you would be able to do. I don't know, I mean, that looks, let me just, let me put that back there, because that actually looks kind of stupid. I'm sorry. But that's a thing that you can do. And also he has ankle tiltage. But more so for robot mode than beast mode, but you could still use it if you need it for something. You can use it. And he also does have ankle rotation, but that's more so again for robot mode than for beast mode. So there you have that. Now technically you can do the whole what is it called in the box? Oh yeah, Evo Fusion. So basically what that is that he does come with accessories which are actually concealed inside of the storage place. So what you're gonna do is to do the Evo Fusion, you're going to need to come here and you're going to put your finger right here and flip out these panels. These two panels right here are kind of tough to get out, but it can be done. You just need to get it right. Might need to take off my glove for this, but let's see if I can do it without. Let's see. Come on. Yeah, I think I might have to take off my gloves for this one. Okay. Gloves are coming off. Yeah. Okay, shove my finger in there. There we go. As you can see, you can take his weapons and boom. Then you can untab these two sides of his main right here. Just take him. And then Lio Convoy, he comes with 4 sets of guns. Actually, he comes with 4 sets of guns. 2 of them I have them stored right here. 2 of pistols, and then the other 2 are actually stored right here in his back. So if you want to access that, what we will need to do is we'll have to lift up these panels. Have to lift this panel back first. Alright, come on. It's kind of tough to untab it, but we can do it. Yeah. That was kind of fighting me. He's kind of fighting me here. Kind of fighting me a little bit. Alright, we'll just save it for robot mode. But basically, he comes with 4 pistols, and they're all the same, basically. And I can actually take a closer look at this if I can borrow one of them. So these are what his pistols look like. He comes with 4 pistols, which are an interesting design. It's the same gold plastic as his main, I guess for camouflage. Not really sure, but you'll also notice that they also have tabs on the side, and we'll get to those when we get him into robot mode. But that's what the whole Evo Fusion thing is about. So basically in either beast mode or in robot mode, he can bust out some guns and he could kill the crap out of some Predacons, I presume. Because I haven't watched Beast Wars 2nd, so I don't know who the bad guys necessarily are, unless there's some kind of other Cybertronians and not Predacons. I'm not really sure. But I'll probably need to do more research on that. But yeah, that's pretty much all he can do in his beast mode. So there you have that. Chin up, please. Thank you. Now, let me go ahead and get this back on. Ow. Kind of pinched me a little bit. Also, in case you guys are wondering, it is blazing where I'm at. I'm being serious. That's why I'm not wearing a long sleeve like I normally do. For obvious reasons, I'm susceptible to the heat, and I don't like being hot. And I don't mean it like that, for those who misinterpret what I'm saying. As in, I don't like sweating, okay? So, that's why I'm wearing a short sleeve this time. Figure I'll let you guys know because it's summer. Right, so, for comparison, let's go ahead and bring in some stuff. So, here we have Lio Convoy next to Protoform Optimus Prime, aka Cybertron Optimus Prime, just so we can get a sense of scale of how long Lio Convoy, or Lio Prime, is in his beast mode. You see? removing the flame right here. It's basically that long. So Lio Convoy is longer because his neck and his head is slightly more longer than Protoform Optimus Prime is, without his flame attached to the tail of the meteorite. Put that back on. There we go. And just because here's our previous review, Blaster. Kind of an unfair comparison, but just to see how Lio Convoy scales. Obviously taller and slightly longer, including the tail and including his head. So it is slightly longer than Blaster here. So there we have that, the Master of Communications. Here is how I was introduced to Lio Convoy or Lio Prime. Here we have Legends class, Transformers Universe, Lio Prime, a literal repaint of Transformers Cybertron Leo Breaker, which they repainted to Lio Prime. That's how I found out about Lio Prime, because of this guy right here. Then when I found out that he was actually his own character, not just a repaint, I wanted a mainline figure of him, but it didn't exist until now. So this is how I found out about him. So I've had him for ages now. And as you can see, he has going for more gold copper, unlike Lio Prime here. Or Lio Convoy, the mainstream Lio Convoy, who has a more golden aesthetic, while this is more of like a gold to bronze kind of thing. Yeah, that. Here we have Transformers Generations Legends class, Optimus Prime. I haven't busted out this guy in a while. That's how small he is compared to Lio Convoy, and just because I might as well just because. Yeah. Just cause. No specific reason. Just cause. Yeah. And then let's go ahead and bust out a leader class figure. And we'll go ahead and we'll bust out an oldie but a classic, in my opinion. Here he is with Power Master Optimus Prime, aka Titan's Returns Power Master Optimus Prime. An oldie but a goodie, in my opinion. I still want the Generation 1 Power Master Optimus Prime, but this one I absolutely love to death, and I will never sell any of my toys, okay? Especially not this one. This one of my all-time favorites. Keep away, okay? Nobody's buying it. But yeah, that's how freaking big leader class figures used to be. And to think that my 2007 leader class Optimus Prime is even bigger than this, that's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy if you think about it. Hell, even if I were to cheat and collapse Prime here, it's still freaking big. I honestly missed it when leader class figures were this big. Leader class figures now, they're okay, but I missed it when they were this big. It's still cool though, it's still cool. But yeah, holy crap, Power Master Prime is big. And finally, we haven't compared a Voyager yet, specifically an Elder Voyager. So here we have the Last Night Voyager class Optimus Prime, just for comparison. We can see how they look together. Obviously, Lio Convoy is longer. He's taller than Prime is in his truck mode, as you can see. And that high-pitched noise is going to be the death of me, but we ignore that. So there you have that. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for Beast Mode. So let's get down to transformation, shall we? Let's. Now, I don't recall if Lio Convoy in the show actually says Lio Convoy maximize, or if he just says transform, or if he doesn't say anything and just transforms. I forget. I'm gonna have to watch. Actually, you know what? I'll edit in the clip right now when he does, so you guys can be the judge.
Lio Convoy, Enshi!
Right, so with that being said, let him maximize. So what we're going to do here is we are going to start at his head. So what we're going to do first is we're going to do the same thing that we did for the Evo Fusion. We're going to untab the sides of his mane right here. Go ahead and untab these bits. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Untap these. And remove those, and those will get us ready. Next, what we got to do is we have to uncover the bottom half of his main, lift it up, and like I said, that has robot bits right there. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take his hind legs. One of them already came undone, which is perfect for this demonstration. So as you can see, they are tabbed into place. All we got to do is just grab his hind leg, pull it. That will untab it from its resting place inside of this slot right here. So we're just going to untap that, move it like that. Same for the first. Grab, pull, untab. There we go. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to have to fold up his hind legs like this. Like so. This will both get them out the way, and it's part of the transformation. Next up, what we're going to do is we're going to take this whole assembly right here and we're going to split it in half. Like so. Grab this section, push it down. Grab this section, push it down. Like that. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to have to grab Lio Convoy's beast head. We're going to lift it into place. Just get it untouched from its housing place. Like so. Make sure the front halves of the vein don't accidentally click back into place when you're doing this. Okay, there we go. Just get it so it's like untapped. So that way it'll make things easier. Then we're going to take this panel, which I was trying to do earlier, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to remove it. Gonna unclick it from place. There we go. We just unclick it in place. We pull it back. And as you can see, this is where the other two guns that Lio Convoy had are in beast mode. And that's what I was trying to show earlier. Now you guys know. We'll look at those in full robot mode when we get to that. So we fold this back. Then we're gonna take his breeder end, his butt, in other words. And we're gonna move this, lift it up like that. Next up, we're going to unclick this panel. Doesn't want to unclick for whatever reason, that's strange. Pull this back. Don't know why this panel doesn't want to unclick, that's very strange. Is it stuck, actually? When I was transforming the beast mode for the beginning of this review, everything worked out just fine. Ah, there we go. Damn, that was super tight, jeez. It's not that tight on normally. Collapse all of this, like that. There we go. Now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to split the sides of his front, like this. And we'll leave it like that for now. Next we're going to go to the lower half of his leg. We're going to straighten out his hind legs. Like so. Then what we're going to do is we're going to straighten out his hind leg so it will be less of a bestial like orientation to more of a humanoid like orientation. Then we twist his leg forward. Then we grab his hind leg, we twist it back to make a proper robot foot. Well, robot foot with a beast leg on the front. Second way, for the first, bestial leg, humanoid leg. Twist the ankle to get a proper robot foot. Twist the leg, we get a proper leg with a beast foot at the bottom. And he's gonna get taller. He is going to get taller. Next what we're gonna do is you just take the tail, flip it, so this bit is hanging out of it, and we're good to go. Next what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this entire assembly right here and we're going to twist it this way, because the head is gonna end up on his right shoulder, and the other half, which is his butt, is gonna end up on his left shoulder. So we're gonna twist this entire assembly this way, like so. There we go. So now this back panel, which was housing his guns, will now be right here on his back. Like that. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to take these two tabs, which are clicking into the body, and we're going to tap them in right there. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's get it nice and tabbed in, or at least try to. Oh wait, no, I'm incorrect. They tab into these two slots right here. Like this. Or not. Okay, that's weird. I was not having this much trouble when I was transforming originally, which is strange. I don't know why. We'll get back to that. Alright, let's get his arms straightened out. So, let's go ahead and fold this panel entirely down so this tab will slot in right there. We gotta fold this panel down first. Go ahead and tab this right there into place. Like that. we'll keep this open, this panel open for now. Fold back Lio Convoy's beast head. Then what we're going to do is we're going to fold this arm up into place. Same thing we did before. Take this tab, slots in right there. Like that. Then we just keep this panel open for now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to straighten out his arms. So fold his arms down. Fold out his fist. Then we're going to twist the arms so they are in the proper orientation. Like so. So they're facing like that. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to tab the main bit back into place. Then what we are going to do is we are going to take the hind leg right here, and it's just going to fold up and rest against the back of his arm like that. It's just going to rest right there. Second we're same as the first. Once we got that bit tabbed in, take his arm, we rotate it, flip out the fist, we then rotate it to the proper orientation, like that. Rotate it, hold it down like that, click back this in, click this back into place, then the hind leg is just going to rest against the back of his leg like that. Then we're going to go ahead and fold back up his bits, and this will become his shoulder pads. And the lion head can now rest on top of his shoulder, like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fold out Lio Convoy's head, flip it out, rotate, actually no, incorrect. We keep it like that, we rotate this panel the other way around, collapse it, which will make the inside opening of his chest. Then we close this up. This will transform into his chest in robot mode. Close this panel. We just rest this on his back. And there we go. There we have Lio Prime, aka Lio Convoy, in his... Oh wait, I forgot one crucial step. He has heel spurs. So let's go ahead and flip them out. These will help him stand. Very crucial, otherwise he will not stand up straight without them in beast mode. There we go. Almost forgot that. So now here we have Lio Convoy, aka Lio Prime, in his robot mode, and he looks ripped out straight from the anime. I'm just gonna say that right now. Literally looks as if he was ripped directly out of the anime, made into a toy. That's how insanely awesome this figure is. Honestly, one of the best figures I've ever bought. Not only because it's a figure from a Japanese exclusive series that I actually do like, but also the fact that how well they nailed the execution of how well they translated it. Something that was in the two-dimensional space in a three-dimensional figure. They absolutely nailed this. Now let's get in a close look here at his head. And as you could see, yeah, he may not be Optimus, but he sure as hell looks like him. With the blue head, the faceplate, and the golden eyes. He for sure definitely looks like his ancestor. Definitely looks like Optimus, even though he may not be Optimus, but he definitely looks like him. That's just sick, honestly. It's cool that he looks like Optimus, but he looks like his own bot as well. And I like that. Just like how Optimus Primal, with his full faceplate, he looks like Optimus Prime. But we all know that he's like a different bot. So let's take a close look here. His detail looks exactly like the anime. He has the maximal insignia on his chest, which is very well done. He has the blue tech details on his chest, silver abdomen on the chest. He has a cool looking belt. He has red kneecaps with some robot bits, the same as in robot mode, but now they make more sense here. He has red arms with blue fists with, I guess, fingerless gloves. At least it looks like. He has a blue belt buckle on his belt with gold bits. Looks nice. It's nice gunmetal gray there. And we have how the lion bits fit in his beast mode. Like that. And we can see gunmetal gray heel spurs. The line main, as we can see, it ends up on his shoulder to create kind of like a unique shoulder pads. And then the other side, it kind of like collapses in, forms the other shoulder pad. So there we have that. Now, as we saw in his beast mode, we can give him his weapons, which are his only accessories. So, as you saw earlier, his 2 guns are stored in his back, so we can actually take his guns right here. And these ones don't actually have a handle. These ones actually are just tabs. So we can store them in the back, as I had them already in the both robot and beast mode. But also what we can do is we can actually attach them to his main right here. So we can actually tab these into place like so. We just gotta line these up. There we are. We just take the other one, tab, slot, just tab it into place. Oops. Let me tab it in. Come on, tab in. There you go. Tabbed into place. And then we can take the other 2 guns that were locked inside of his head, and if we get his arm to move, we can totally have Lio Convoy doing a all-out blast attack like that. Then what we can also do is that Lio Convoy, those aren't his only weapons, as you saw. So we can take the hind legs, flip them forward, and we can take these hidden blades hidden in the forearms, and he can have wrist weapons. He can use these as gauntlets, and we can have wrist weapons. And he has them on both sides, so we can just flip the hind leg forward as a gauntlet, take out these hidden blades, Assassin's Creed style, and he can totally have hidden wrist weapons that he could use against his enemies. Like that. Which I honestly think is pretty sick. He's got guns. He's got a decent ornament. I'm assuming the eyes are also guns as well. Like I said, I haven't seen Beast Wars 2nd, so I'm not actually sure. Then he also has hidden blades, like Assassin's Creed, that he could use to kill whatever is standing in his way. Then another detail that we can take a look at is we can open his chest here, the chest panel, to reveal an Easter egg from Beast Wars 2nd. A device known as, and also look at this insane molded in detail in here actually. It's pretty sick. But if you're wondering what this is called the Creation Matrix. It's a device in the Transformers Beast Wars mythos of the anime, where basically this is what essentially what the spark is for Transformers. It's called the Creation Matrix, and Optimus Primal has one in the when they fought together and joined forces. And they basically have a device called the Creation Matrix, which is what gives them life, if I remember correctly. If not, then I'll correct myself in the subtitles that you'll probably see right here in 10 seconds if I made a mistake. And I also do like the fact that the maximal insignia is circled with a white circle. It would have been nice if it was silver. That's just my personal opinion, but it's the fact that they kept it true and with all the colors is nice. He also does have some silver painted between his hip joints as well. You can kind of see that, which is nice. And yeah, detail wise, that pretty much sums that up. Right, so let's get to articulation. So let's go ahead and we'll fold these sets of guns, put them away, and let's get to articulation. So let's go ahead and back up the camera. Okay, so articulation wise, his shoulder pads can move out the way to accommodate his articulation. So if we move his arm up, his arms can move the full 360, with the shoulder pads being able to accommodate his movement. His arms can move out that far. They can bend at 90 degrees of bend there. Actually, I think slightly above 90 degrees at the elbow right there. He does have an arm swivel due to transformation. His fists can rotate down. Not sure what that would serve any purpose to, because it's mostly for transformation, but that's what that can do. He does possess a waist swivel, which does not serve any purpose in transformation, but it is nice to have a waist swivel. Always is nice to have a waist swivel. Very nice. His head, as we saw in transformation, can move the full 360 due to it being on a ball joint with his nice gold eyes. His legs can move forward that far. They can move back that far due to the shape of his legs. Although technically if you were to bend them slightly like this, he could move his legs out a bit further. So he can move his legs all the way back on a technicality. He does have a thigh swivel, as you can see right there. Due to transformation, he does have a thigh swivel. He has a knee joint. Right there, he has a knee joint. His legs can technically bend forward. Technically, well, that's mostly for beast mode rather than robot mode, but you technically can give him that extra movement if he needs it. So yeah, he does have a leg joint. You can bend forward like that. He does have ankle tilt, which is nice. And technically you can rotate his foot due to beast mode, although you're gonna get Prime Lio Convoy standing in a weird stance like this if you use that, but it's there if you need it. It's there if you need it. Is that everything? Let me see, is that everything? Articulation wise, is that everything? So yeah, there we have that. A maximal leader that is armed to the teeth and has an absolute arsenal of weapons that will decimate anybody that gets in his way, if he has to. Thank God he is a good guy, right? We don't talk about Black Convoy because that's a clone in the anime. Right, so now for comparison for robot mode. Right, so let's go ahead and let's get started with the midgets. So once again, here we have Legends class, Generation of Legends Optimus Prime, who can no longer stand by himself. That's how much he's aged, guys, that he cannot stand by himself. That's as close as we're gonna get. That's how big he is. Tiny, tiny Prime. If only he didn't have weak leg joints. If I could tighten those up, then I think he'd be fine. Keyword is think. In a much better shape than my generation's Optimus Prime is, here's the generation's Lio Prime, which again is a repaint of the Legends Transformer Cybertron Leo Breaker from 2006, I believe. So that's how he looks next to his mainline counterpart. So you can see what the differences are. And like I said, this looks a lot more like Lio Convoy than this guy does. Then to be fair, this guy is a repaint slash slight remold. Little bit. Here he is with his, I guess, wave mate? Not really sure, but here he is with Blaster, our last review. Blaster is much taller than Lio Convoy is, or Lio Prime, as a comparison. So there you have that. Let's get an old line, old deluxe in here. So here we have Protoform Optimus Prime, or Cybertron Optimus Prime from the Last Night 2-pack Toys R Us exclusive pack. Kind of botched that, but it's okay. So you can see how they work together. And they work pretty well together, surprisingly, size-wise. There you have that. Let's get our Elder Voyager down here. So here we have the Last Night Voyager class Optimus Prime, who is surprisingly bigger than Lio Convoy is. Surprisingly, Lio Prime is shorter than the Last Night Optimus Prime. Review number 13, if I'm not mistaken. So there we have that. And last but not least, a comparison who I have not shown in quite a long time, which, like I said, is a classic, is an oldie, but a goodie. Here we have Power Master Optimus Prime, who's been a while since I busted it onto the table. And as you can see, way bigger than Lio Convoy. Literally like 2 feet taller than Lio Convoy. If we're talking actual scale, is like maybe like 3 inches taller than Lio Convoy, because like inches is like this big on a ruler. So that's like, actually that's like maybe like 1.5 inches taller. I'm probably so off right now because I suck at math. So there you have it. But who cares? Point is, bigger, beefier, powerful. He's Power Master Prime. I mean, he literally is a Power Master. So there you have that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So that will wrap things up for Lio Convoy here, aka Lio Prime. So what do I think about this figure? I really enjoy this figure. He has a interesting transformation. The fact that he's basically transformed flat like this, and then you have to essentially twist his entire body for the beast mode. So it's an extremely interesting transformation, but suiting for the character. And not to mention, it works out quite well because he literally looks ripped straight from the anime. And overall, I've been wanting a mainline figure of this guy for a long time. And even if they did make a mainline figure of this guy, it probably was the repaint that they did for Transformers Cybertron, the bigger one. But it wasn't its own mold though. I wanted one that actually looked like Lio Convoy, how he looked in the series, and now we got one. I mean, unless I wanted to pay over $1,000 and for import for the freaking Masterpiece version. Masterpiece one does look good though, but I'd rather have a more cheaper alternative than that. But overall, yeah, Lio Prime here. I highly recommend it. If you guys like Beast Wars in general, get this guy. I still need to get an Optimus Primal so I can have an actual, well, I'll technically have both Maximal leaders, so I'll need to get the Kingdom Optimus Primal probably, and most likely I'll probably get the movie Optimus Primal from Rise of the Beast. So the question is which one, because there's two of them. There's the Voyager class one, and then there's the Studio Series one. I might get both of them. I don't know yet, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But if you guys like Beast Wars, get this figure. If you especially like Beast Wars 2nd, get this figure. If you guys like Beast Transformers in general, get this figure. You guys will not regret it. He's a solid figure. Actually, he's more than solid. He's quite impressive, actually. And although he doesn't have a lot of accessories, he doesn't really need it. Since, well, he usually uses his main for his weapon anyway, so it works. But overall, yeah. Coloration is nice. He has very good paint apps. Good articulation. He has quite a few gimmicks. His hidden blades and his, I guess, Evo fusion. He has 4 pistols. He has pretty good articulation. Partially thanks to his beast mode. And overall, it's just a great figure of an overall great character. So, if you guys would like to see all of my reviews that I have done thus far, there will be a link in the description down below for my reviews playlist. So if you guys wish to check out my other reviews, the link will be in the description down below. If you guys would like to see more of my Transformers videos, Lio Convoy, don't you dare collapse now. It's literally the end of the video, don't you dare collapse now. Stand pride and proudful, since you are the leader of the Maximals, your battalion of Maximals. So stand tall and stand proud of it. That's better. Right, so if you guys would like to recommend me a figure to review, let me know in the comments down below. What Transformers figure should I review next? And also, I review other things, not just Transformers. I review Pokemon stuff, because I reviewed the Kanto Advanced Pokédex a couple years ago. I review other figures, like the Dark Knight Rises figures. I reviewed them. That was my very first review ever in history. I review Yu-Gi-Oh cards, because I reviewed the Hero Strike Structure deck a couple years ago. I review Power Rangers related stuff, because I reviewed the Delta Squad Megazord previously, 2 reviews ago. It was review number 23, and I plan on reviewing more Power Rangers related stuff, because I love Power Rangers so damn much. Just as much as I love Transformers, if not around the same love that I have for both, because I love both Transformers, I love all the stuff. And yeah, if you guys just want anything else for me to review, let me know in the comments down below. Oh yeah, and also I review board games, because I reviewed both Jumanji and Zathura. So if you guys want me to review any other board games, just out of curiosity, let me know in the comments down below to see what you guys want me to review next. And overall, that's going to be it. So, if you guys liked the video, please be sure to hit the like button. And if you guys are new to the channel, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to get notifications for every single one of my videos. And please be sure to join the Galaxy Defenders. And as usual, links in the description down below for my DeviantArt and the Galaxy Defender Discord server. So please be sure to join the community. And if you're interested in checking out either, the links will be in the description down below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is review number 25 on the Transformers Evolution Legacy Maximal Leader, Lio Convoy, aka Lio Prime. And be sure to check out the upcoming review number 26, because that is going to be one bombshell of a review. It will be quite literally focusing, if you guys have seen the post I've made on the channel when I first received it, I reserved a specific figure for review number 26, and it is quite literally one of the holy grails of all of my Transformers that I have up to date. So be sure to watch out for review number 26. Trust me, you guys don't want to miss it. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, Lio Convoy, Leo Prime review, all done. And this is MKN4, aka Meta Knight N4, signing out. Peace out, Galaxy Defenders. And remember, you never know unless you find out. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, you guys. Black out.